Welcome back, bank fishing with BLV. Today we have a special mission for you guys. We're not just doing average bank fishing. We're not just casting around for bass. We actually have a purpose today. I have a buddy. He's going to be introduced into the video later. But the game plan and the goal for today, you guys can't see it, but I'm actually standing on what used to be water a few months ago. And this place that we're fishing now is just shrinking down. The water levels are going down tremendously, and it's super shallow, and the bass are trapped. And the bass are getting caught and the bass are getting harvested by everyone. So sooner or later, there aren't going to be any fish left. So our goal today is to be able to catch whatever we can catch, to try to catch as many as we can. And we're going to put them in the cooler. We have an aerator. We're going to keep good amount of oxygen in the water. We're going to keep the fish healthy. And we're just going to hold on to them for a few minutes. And we're going to shoot them from this pond. We're going to jump all the way to the other side, to the bigger pond. And we're going to take the bass over there. And we're going to hope that they can have a better future, to be able to live longer, and to give us bass fishermen, us bank anglers, another chance to be able to catch them in the future. So with that being said, man, let's get to it. Daylight is already cracking. Let's get to the action. Let's go. Forgot to mention to you guys that I did run into a follower out here. If you're ever in the town, if you're ever at any of the ponds that I fish and you run into me, man, come up and say something. It's always good to be able to put a face to the guys behind the comment. He was just telling me how he caught his personal best at this particular spot. So that's always good to hear, man. Power to him. I'm glad he was able to learn something from the channel. And it just gets me excited. It makes me want to go catch one now. Now we're searching for a 10. All right. We're a good 30, 40 minutes in with 0 bites. That's not where we're after. So currently a walk further down up here by this point. I'm fishing this flush fairly fast, hoping to create a reaction strike from some active bass, because somewhere in this pond they are definitely biting. They're jumping up everywhere. The hardest part is just tricking them into biting your lure. There go one. Oh yeah, there go one. Finally. Come here. It might be a good one. It might. Oh, he's okay. He's pretty solid. Let's go. Come on, buddy. First bite. It's a solid one. Stay down, stay down. Stay down. Please stay down. He just flipped mud all on me, but it was worth it. Had to go in and get wet for this bass. Just got mud all on my arms, all on my shirt, all down the guzzle. Had that flush from set, so let's freaking go. Guys, I don't think you understand, but we've been working for these bass. Been out here for like an hour or so now. First bite, and it feels freaking good. This the bait we're working with, the flesh. Solid, beautiful fish. Oh my gosh. Okay, folks back at home, I'm sorry that the bass is a bit muddy. We fish in super shallow water. This is why we're here to save him. It's my buddy Alex. He came through, Tally Toady 78. Check my man's out, man. He came through with the proper equipment. We're going to get this bass in this live well here. We have a cooler. And we also have an aerator to make sure the bass is healthy, long enough for us to be able to transport it to the other bigger lake.
She ain't happy.
But she's definitely not happy about that. But she would definitely be more happy in the future. All right, folks, so we're back at it. We're back out there, same spot, throwing the same bait, trying to see if we can catch us another one on the soft plastic jerk bait. That first bite, it felt freaking great. It took us a while, but we finally found us one. And it's like once you break that ice, it just gives you all the confidence in the world. So we're going to see if we can catch just a few more. Ooh! Okay, my boy got one. We have a special guest, Alex, over here. That's my main man right there. He brought the equipment, and now he's out here slaying some bass to help save him. Get him in, Alex. Let's go. There he is. Just a solid. Oh yeah, look at the colors on that fish. He's very pretty once it's cleaned up. But yeah, the water may be just a bit muddy, but believe it or not, this is how like all of the water is in Florida. It's stained, it's tinted, it just has this different color to it. And the water's super shallow and muddy, so you gotta expect it. But they're pretty cleaned up once they come out of there. And once we get them into the bigger pond, they're going to be even better. So let's catch some more. It's number 2, folks. Just gotta see if we can catch us a few more. And the reason we're doing this, once again, a lot of guys come out here as the water gets super shallow. They catch all of the bass and just keep everything. I've been coming out here all week. There have been guys keeping more than the limit, keeping 5-pounders. I'm talking about everything. So bass just have no hope right now. And it's just going to get worse with this dry weather here in Florida with no rain. So We're trying to catch the bass to the best of our ability to be able to save their lives for the future. So we got to get a line back in there. It was somewhere right up in here. It's when it was like full though. It wasn't as shallow as it is now. When I dang sure caught my first swim jig bass. Here, is that a fish? That's a fish. Oh, it's actually kind of solid. I was just talking about swim jig bass, guys, how I fished this spot a couple of years ago with the kayak, and I got a feisty little mama on the line. Stay just like that for me. Don't flip me. Do not splash me with the mud. Just stay just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go, guys. We got us another solid, beautiful Florida chunky bass. Right in the top of his mouth, you see the 6 cents flush. Throwing the soft plastic jerk bait in shallow water. Trying to save these bass for the day. Let's go. Perfect hook set right in the top of the nose. Whew, that felt good. All right, guys, one more for the bucket. Even though we're not taking it home, but figure of speech. Okay, folks, back to the cooler. Let's get them in so we can get ready to transport them. Thank you, buddy. You're going to thank us later. I'm sorry. Whew. We're just steadily covering water, just moving around this shallow pond. And just trying to throw at everything that we see. Fish are busting up and waking and everything. They're out there. Do they want to be caught? I doubt it. There go one. A little small one. Let's go. We can save you too, pal, because if somebody catch you, you're not going to make it back. So it's probably my best bet to save you as well. Another fish caught on that flesh from 6 cents, as you guys can see, throwing it weightless. Fishing soft plastic jerk baits to mimic bait fish around here in Florida. This is what the bass have really been keying in on lately. Thank you so much for the bite, little buddy. I think this is number 4 for the day. Smaller than the other ones, but we're trying to save them all. Let's get them in the cooler. Thank you for playing, buddy. Oh, another one. Yes, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, come throw over here, man. I just think they probably moved a little bit closer over here. Oh, man, I tell you, you better go get in. I want to see you catch it. Tear them up, dog. This is another fish for BLV. As you can see on the end of my line, we have the flesh from 6 cents, our own version of the soft plastic jerk bait. Something about this bluegill color soft plastic jerk bait is just putting in work in this shallow water. I would definitely recommend it. We're just fishing this thing slow. We have just small patches of grass, a little grass that is left here in Florida. And we're catching this solid, beautiful Florida fish, man. Let's go. Okay, let's make our way to the cooler. And this is not a cooler for eating. This is a cooler for saving the bass, of course. I just feel so bad about putting bass in the cooler for some reason. Thank you, pal. It's like every time we drop another one in there, the bass just go crazy. But they're going to thank us, trust me. Let's get us another one. It feels good to be able to have a purpose. Just real quick, we're using a 5/0 wide gap hook from 6 cents. Now, of course, we're throwing the flesh from 6 cents as well. And this same bait, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the same bait has caught like the last 3 fish for me. Still haven't ripped up, still haven't torn, still throwing the same bait. We're just going to slide it back on the hook. We're just going to work it back on there like so. We're going to keep throwing this bait until it just freaking shreds to pieces. And just like that, it's ready to go and catch another one. Let's get to it. Okay, just real quick. Not sure what happened to the audio. I was just trying to show you guys how many bass we have. We have 5 bass. And I just wanted to show you that the bass are still well alive, plenty of oxygen in the water, and it's time to transport them over. Get back to the video. So we made it to the bigger pond. As you can see, my other 2 fishing buddies. Be sure to follow Alex, Tally Toady 78. Guys, clutch. This mission would not be possible without him. He brought the aerator, he brought the cooler, all the tools we needed. BLV had to bring nothing but himself. This guy really looked out. So shout out to him. Let's get these bass released. Let's get them acclimated to their new habitat. Definitely a lot more water in the background. You guys can't see, but it definitely flows around the corner outside the camera. And these are the bass we're about to get ready to release. As you guys can see, still full of energy, still healthy, still alive. Now the first bass coming out, just a little, that's the smallest of the day, but really not too bad because I actually go to other places and capture smaller than this, so that's a start. We're going to get a release. All right, this is my buddy Dope Fisher Jay. He came to join the scene on the pond rescue mission. You just got to get it out there a little bit. Oh, she kicking off out there real. She kicking off instantly. That is so beautiful once they come out of that water. The water is super muddy, guys. I hope you don't think we really dirtied this water up, but it's super shallow and muddy. But look at those beautiful colors on that bass once they come out of there. So freaking gorgeous. We have Alex about to release the next bass catch. Like I say, huge shout out to him for making this mission possible. And it looks like she's swimming off perfectly fine. Nice. Heck yeah. Beautiful colors on that bass right there. All of these bass are just so freaking gorgeous. Look at that. I said we're going to get the third bass release. Ooh. She kicking off instantly. Okay, guys. Last two fish. Last two biggest bass in the cooler today. This is what we came for. This is what it's all about. Saving fish. Bass lives matter. We're trying to get them in this bigger pond, and this just means a lot to me. I feel like I'm really serving a purpose here, just to really be in one with the habitat of nature. So let's get these last two fish. I just want to see them side by side. Last two biggest fish. Oh my gosh, they're just so freaking beautiful. Look at that, ladies and gents. Just look at it. Oh. All right, let's get these two beautiful fish released. Thank you, pretty girls. I'm just going to lay you right there. And they're kicking off. They won't even let me hold on to them. They're kicking off already. Whew. I think that they greatly appreciate that. Like I said, the bass is already full of energy. I was trying to hold on to them and let them acclimate, but they just swam out my hands so smoothly, so delicately, gracefully. Man, let's go. Mission success, man. Checking out with P.O. If you want to see more videos like this, drop a like. Leave something in the comments. Let me know what you loved about this video. It just feels great to be able to have a purpose, to be able to save some lives of the bass, because bass lives matter. Anything to help the bass, it gets P.O. excited. It keeps me going, keeps me motivated. So until next time, you guys stay safe, keep those lines tight, and peace. I'm out.